morning, everybody. Trusty assistant, can you move that light, please? How are we all this morning? Yeah, a bit more. That's it. It's day 9 of the isolation along. Yesterday we did the Jacob's Ladder, which was this one. Some brilliant pictures coming in for that one, so I'm really pleased because there was a little bit of chatter in the comments that you were a bit confused, but I've seen loads of pictures, so excuse me. So I'm really happy about that. So we're day 9. It's log cabin block today. A really nice one, really straightforward, and a great one that if you've got it, you can make whole quilts with this. You can use different colour techniques to really go to town. So once you've got the log cabin down, morning Linda, sparkly top, sparkly top, sparkly top. There's a reason I'm wearing the sparkly top, but I'll wait to tell you why that is. Hi Peter, good morning to you, hope you're well. Hopefully a lot of you were on the bingo last night, that was fun. It all broke down again, it's a running theme, but it was good fun. I can't share the feed this morning because I don't have the laptop. My husband's a key worker, he's gone out to work with the laptop. He did ask me if I needed it, but I think probably he needs it more than I do. Morning Lynn. You're having a bad day today? Oh dear me. Well, yeah, we've got. This is quite a quick block, so I'm going to fill it with natter. So hopefully you'll be perked up by the end of the live. Morning, Sandra. I've got a small morning, Mum. I've got a small helper with me today. Come here, small helper. She's going to be my fabric retriever if I drop anything on the floor. She did make me tidy up the studio, didn't you? She said you need to sort this out. Right, go on then, off you trot. I've got my little helper with me today. Leslie, morning. Not cut out as Andy hid the rotary cutter. Is he seething? Is he cross? So he managed to find the rotary. He knew what a rotary cutter was. Morning, Angela. Yeah, got my shiny top on. Sandra says hello, Lily.
Hello.
Right, so, oh, that's nice, Lynn, thank you. Oh, good morning, Doreen. Right, everyone wait for it. The reason why I am wearing my sparkly jumper today is because it's Doreen's birthday today. So I want everyone to wish Doreen a happy birthday. She's on her own, at home, and it's her birthday. So happy birthday, Doreen. I hope that you have a super day. And you might be thinking, how do I know it's your birthday? Well, your lovely daughter messaged me last night and told me that it's your birthday today. And so we're all going to wish you a happy birthday. It's probably not the best time to be having your birthday, but we'll make it as pleasant for you as we can over the next little while. So happy birthday to you. I won't break out into song. No one signed up for that. And Doreen's daughter works for the NHS, so I think she's the one really that's keeping our morale going. Right, on that note, now everyone's wishing happy birthday to Doreen. Good. Okay, so log cabin. So I put the measurements in the, the post. And so we're starting off with a 3.5 inch square. Now, that square is going to be the same colour as the outside strips, because when we've done the smaller 2 blocks, you've got a block colour round, which we're going to do on the 13th day. So we're going to tie the log cabin in with that one. So this colour on the outside, your longest strip or your longest pieces, need to be the centre colour, okay? If you sing happy birthday, you'll have to wash your hands. That's true. We're all getting a lovely renditions every day of happy birthday. David had no idea why I was singing happy birthday. He's like, why are you singing that? was like, it's the rules, it's the rules. Right, let me tidy up. Let me put all these blocks to one side. Okie dokie. Right, 3.5 inch block to start. I'll poke you down as per normal. Let me know if you can see it. Hold on. Whoop. Is that okay for you? I presume that's okay. Right, so starting with your 3.5 inch block, you've got 5 colours. So this is colour 1, and then colour 1 is also on the outside strips. Okay? So you can see it perfectly brilliant. So I'm going to go, my next colour is going to be my lilac. So I've already prepared my 2 inch strips. Now the reason why I didn't give you measurements for each individual strip is because it's a heck of a lot easier if you use a long piece. It really is, because then after you've pressed, you can trim it to exactly the right size. So what we're going to do is take our next colour. That's up to you which colour you want that to be, but for this I shall say it's colour 2. And you're going to place it along the top edge of your square, right sides together. Now I'm going to do a slight overhang on each side, and I'm going to start stitching on that overhang across and then off the overhang here, so that when I turn this over and I trim, I can get those lines so accurate against these 2 lines. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Good morning, Eileen. 2 inches or 2.5 inch strips. 2 inch strips, but your square is 3.5 inches, but 2 inch strips. Right, so bring in the machine, and we'll start with this one. I'll just flip that round so I've got it on the machine the right way. So right sides together, and just starting off the hot pink underneath, but on the lilac, lining those up and stitching. 1/4 of an inch as usual. Okay, then I'm running slightly off. There's a lot of pressing with this one because that just helps keep everything accurate. So bring in the mat, and then you don't want to cut this until you've pressed it. So press that, set that seam, roll it back and press. Okay. Now we're going to trim it. So laying this on our mat, lining, excuse me, lining your 3 inch block against the line on your cutting mat, taking your ruler and just trimming off the excess. Okay, so do that again on this side. Trim off the excess, but be careful not to trim any of your colour 1 off. So we've got this. Okay. Robbie, you're in Texas and you've got up early so I can watch you live. Brilliant! Oh, I've been to Texas. I loved it. Lily, I nearly threw that on the floor. You're not supervising me. Right, so we've done that strip. So the next strip, now bear in mind this is a mirror image, it's flipped. So I'm now going to my left hand side. So you will also need to go to your left hand side for the next block, for the next strip. It will look like it's my right, but that is my left hand side. Now you're going to go to colour 3. Colour 1, colour 2, colour 3. So my colour 3 is this gorgeous green. Now what you can do is just trim this slightly so that you've got overhang each side, but you've not got too much that you're having to deal with. So what you want to do now is place this against this side seam. Again, start off the underneath fabric and go down and come off the other end. Okay, so let's just bring this in again. Hi Leslie, hi Linda, morning Maxine, hi Sue. Right, so starting just off the hot pink. Taking that all the way off. I don't know why I've still got my fabric on the top of my machine, that's not ideal. Bringing in our pressing mat again, or going to your iron. Set that seam, flip it back, roll it back, press, and then we're going to trim. Okay, so again, using the lines of the cutting mat as guidance, we're going to trim this to size. Like so. And like so. Okay, every time you do a strip, bring it back to the center and have it how you started. Okay, so have it, what size is your heat mat you're using? The pressing mat, that's a big one. That's a 1724. I really should bring in a smaller one for this. It'll be a lot easier to manage, but I haven't. Right, so now we're back to colour 2 for the next strip. Okay. Hi, Karen. So back to colour 2, which is my lilac. Oh, well done, Lily. She's picking up my scraps from the floor for me. So again, I'll just trim this so I've got an overhang either end. The reason why we press and cut it like this is not only so it's accurate, it's so that we just take our time, we don't charge through it, and then each one will be the same. Right, that is absolutely useless what I've done there. I haven't lined it up at all. Let's try again. Now I've unthreaded my machine. So I'll just thread that up. So if you saw yesterday, I've put all of these videos onto YouTube. So if you want to catch up and you can't find them on this event, they're all on YouTube. My needle thread is not being very kind to me this morning. So yeah, they're all on YouTube if you want to find them. Dilsey, my love, you're probably going to have to sit down because you are making a fair bit of racket. Right. I'll tell you what I've done is because of the fabric on the top. There we are. Right. Okay. So let's start that one again after that came undone. So starting off the hot pink from the bottom, lining up that strip, just about there. And coming off the other side. You don't use YouTube, how do we find you? The videos will stay on this event, they're not going anywhere. It's just I put them there in case anyone wasn't in the event or wanted to find them really quickly. But these will stay in this event. And I've been sharing them to my other page as well, so they'll be on there forever. Right, next trim. We've pressed that one, lining it up again. And trimming off the excess, turning and trimming. Right, so now we've got this. You could sing to us while you thread your needle. I don't think so. my mother. Right, now, remember to always place it back so you're viewing the block as it would be. And it's a lot easier to work out your colours. So now I'm going back to colour 3, which is my green. And placing this. You can pin these strips down. You don't have to go freehand. You can pin them down. Absolutely no bother at all. Right. Oopsies. So again, same as before, same as we'll do through the whole time, starting off the edge. Following that line all the way down, then coming off the other side. Those Jacob ladders that the members of this group have posted already, amazing. Oh, aren't they? They're really fabulous. They really are. Right, set that seam. And a lot of people said, oh, it looks complicated. I'm not sure I can do it. But I knew you could all do it. I knew you could. I had every faith. Right, trimming off this one. I'm just going to throw those behind me. I've banned Lily from getting up, so okie dokie, back to how we had it in the start. So now we've got colour 1, colour 2, colour 3. Yeah, it gets, but yeah, it does. Okay, so now so we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, with strips wise, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. We're now to number 5, so this is colour 4. So for colour 4, I'm using my purple. Love this, love it, love it. So I'll just trim a little bit off either side. You know, sometimes you do something and you just question yourself for a second. You go, is that right? Yes. Right sides together again. Bring in the machine. If you've got your needle up, that will be a great start. And stitch. Some dogs barking out there. My dog's currently laying down by the front window in the sun. She loves it. So there's that one. And we'll trim again. You can use your cutting mat to line up, or you can use your ruler. So your ruler measurement, each strip, once you've done a seam allowance, will be 1 3/4 inches. So if you line up 1 3/4 inches on the side here, so flat edge here, 1 3/4 inches here, then you can trim. Turn and trim. Okay, so again, back to where it started. Every time, place it back. Right, so now we're on to colour 5. So this is going to be my lilac flowers. It's just, excuse me, it's just lovely. So now that's on the left-hand side. Remember, we're always having it here, yeah? So we can keep going round and we're always constantly building up. You'll see me lay it here, but that's the left. We're always working left. So bring this to the machine. Okay. Make sure that's straight. Looks great, Abby. Thanks, Mum. Right, set that seam as you've done throughout the whole thing, roll it back, press. I know I sound like a broken record, but if you're stitching along with me, then if I don't say something, you probably won't do it, because you'll think, oh, she hasn't said do that, so I won't do that. So I just repeat it constantly. Right, 1 3/4. Got a little bit of excess on that one. Turn it round. 1 3/4. And then back to how we started. Right, we want to go to colour 4 again. I'm getting covered in threads. I want to go to colour 4 again, which is my purple leaves. Look, have you seen how I've cut that? Dear me. I won't use that bit. That will go in my scrap pile. Right, so again, right sides together. This is the quickest block. By far, this is the quickest block. And if you want to make a quilt up using log cabin, you can do it so quickly. You really can. Right, line this up, just put my first couple of stitches down, hook it into place and then line up the rest. Just make sure that's sitting right. Go off the end. Press. Set that seam. Roll it back. And then trim. So again, 1 3/4 inches. Make sure that's lined up on the edge. 1 3/4 inch line. Trim. Turn it round. 1 3/4 inch line. Trim. Right. Now we're back to colour 5. Yeah, it's mirror image, I know, yes. So I always try and make sure, when I say left, I mean my left, and it will be, when you're looking at it, your left. Always what I'm saying is what you will be seeing. So if I'm looking at this now, and you're looking at your block, this is my left, and I want you to have your block, so you're looking at it, and your left is the left. I never try and overcomplicate it. The reason why it's back to front is because I need to see it, so I can make sure that you can see. And the only way I can do that is flipping the image. But it's always placing the block back in front of you, exactly how it's going to appear on your quilt. Yeah, like that. Right, so now we're back to colour 5, which is my lilac. Placing that on, little excess either side. Ah, Lynn, that's great. I'm very pleased. Yeah, I was having a bit of a day the other day, and I watched back the bingo from Sunday night, and I felt really cheered after that. So that might be a good one to go and watch back. So I'm just hooking that on and then stitching the length. Set the seam, roll it back, and then trim. And now you're going to focus on that final colour. So every strip now is going to be that centre colour, colour 1. just trim this off. Just trim this off. Okay, so every strip now is going to be my hot pink. Yeah, so starting with the top here. So we've got a lovely square, but now we're going to start with the top, and we go from here to here as we've done before. So the length of the piece, length of the side, I should say. Wind my iron before I burn myself. Comes together really quickly, but just make sure you're pressing as you're going. And if you start with a longer piece every time, it will be a lot easier to keep it accurate. There is no point cutting your strips to size and then something going slightly wrong. Just use a slightly longer piece. Okay. Press, roll it back, and another good reason why we're doing it this way is because my pink fabric is not the best quality, and I do tend to warp it even when I'm using my pressing mat because it's so thin. So this is good to keep everything accurate. Flip it round. 1 3/4 inches all the way from top to bottom. Okie dokie. Now we move on to this side. So again, we've placed it back how we're viewing it, how it's in front of you. Oh, that's brilliant, Linda. Oh, Sandra, your first ever patchwork completed block 1. Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm really pleased. Right, next strip. Left-hand side. We've placed the block exactly how you're going to view it on your quilt, and we're now doing the strip on the left-hand side. See, it comes together really well, doesn't it? Keep those seams straight. Press. Roll that back. So now you can see how this border is coming together. Trim again. So 1 3/4 inches down the whole strip, and then off the end that you're going to trim. Flip it round. 1 3/4. Trim. Right. Next piece. Next piece is the bottom strip. Same colour. Ooh, I might be risking it with that piece, so I'll cut another piece. Same colour. Bottom piece. This is one of my favourites, I think, just because it showcases all the colours really nicely. And just the aesthetic of it, it's quite pleasing to the eye. Right, just hook that on and then adjust my strip. So I'd like to see loads of pictures of this one, please. Loads. Let's get 10 pictures of this block. The album that's on my page has currently got, I think, 87 pictures. So let's see if we can get to 97 after 10 of you do this block. Press. Right, let's see. Lynn, thank you very much. Press. Ruler and rotary cutter in. Mat out. Lining up. 1 3/4 inches. And then we're on to our final strip. 1 3/4 inches. Last strip, which is on my right. That will be your right when you're looking at the block. So if we put it back to how it starts with the lilac there, it's the top line. And then this is the last strip. Can you believe it? How quick that is. I don't even know how long we've been going because there's no time. I can't access the time on the phone when it's on the live. Just line this up here. I haven't come off barely any there. I think I haven't trimmed this a little bit on the short side. Okay, that's a bit better. I want to give myself wiggle room. Okay, needle down, lining up, lining up. Make sure the whole strip coming off the end. Only half an hour. Goodness, see, told you it's a quick one. It's a quick block. Press. Roll it back. Roll it back. Turn my iron off. And then the final trim. One 3/4 again. Trim. 1 3/4 again. And trim. And now you will have a 12-inch block, 12.5-inch block that comes together as a 12-inch block with everything else. Let's flip the camera up. Yep. Hello. So yes, 12-inch block, that's what you've got now. Okay, so you can have it that way or that way, whatever way you want it. 12-inch. But now you'll see that when we do the borders on your other blocks, it comes together. Yeah, comes together. You've got borders. So that's the log cabin. What size centre do we use? It's all the measurements are on the post. It's 3.5 inches. Oh, Abby, we can see your legs. Do you want to see behind the scenes? Got my joggers on. Washed them yesterday. I went, oh yeah, that's what I'm wearing tomorrow, joggers. Right, so let's have a little look at all the blocks we've done so far. These probably won't be in order. So, Ohio Star, that's the first block. Then we've got, I'm trying to do it in order, the Ribbon Star. Whoop. too. They are a bit flesh coloured, although look, I am quite pale, so I'd have to have quite a tan. Ribbon star. Then after that, I do believe it was the Lemoyne star. Then we had the, was it Colorado now? I'm going to say it was it or not? Don't know. We'll go, next one is the Colorado. Then we've got the Pinwheel. That's bright and cheerful, isn't it? Then we've got the Dutchman's Puzzle. Lovely, I love that one. That one makes me really happy. Dutchman's Puzzle. Then we've got the Fair and Square. That's the Fair and Square block. That's a nice one too. Then yesterday's was, I knew you could do it, Jacob's Ladder. That was yesterday's. And today's Log Cabin, or that way, depending on which way you want it to be. So that, is that 9? Yes, that's 9 blocks. We've got 3 blocks left. We've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we're on to a different set tomorrow. So if you didn't work it out already, the last set of 3 we've done is about squares and straight lines. So these lovely squares and squares. And then we had the Pinwheel series, which was the Colorado, the Pinwheel and the Dutchman's Puzzle. And then we had the Star series, which was the Lemoyne, the Ribbon and the Ohio. So we're on to something the tomorrow. The final set of 3. I hope you're all excited for a new challenge. They won't be too complicated, I promise. Just laying these all out on my table. I'll take a picture of all of them together, like I've been trying to do every time I do one, but I've been slacking a little bit. Morning, Maggie. Your order has come. This was the only slot I could get for 3 weeks. Well, that's priority. That is definitely priority. What else we need to talk about? So yeah, that block will go up before 6 o'clock with the instructions. You like the Dutchman's Puzzle? We'll be carrying on after you finish the 13 days. Hope so. This is great to do each day at 11. Well, we had discussion about this last night, and I think that I'll think of something else that we can do. Because once we've done day 13, we've got the quilt. So we'll think of something else, whether or not you want more patchwork blocks or you want something else. Any ideas would be great. So 11 o'clock tomorrow, which is Friday. Yes, Friday. Gracious me. So we've got Friday, Saturday and Sunday will be blocks, and Monday we'll be putting them all together with borders and sashing. Thanks for watching, Kay. Brilliant, Doreen, well done. Happy birthday again. Happy birthday to you. Doreen's birthday, everyone. I think that's about everything. Pub quiz on Friday night. Pub quiz. There's no sign up needed. You just come along to the page and watch the live and join in. It's very simple rules. Prizes are bragging rights and we all applaud you. And I promise the questions won't be too difficult. Thanks, Linda. That's a lovely thing to say. Anne says more blocks, please. Karen says happy birthday, Doreen. But I think that's about it. I'm trying to fill a bit of time so that it's not too quick for you. I will show you something. So I'm down to my last scraps of my hot pink. This is all up. This is just bits, just little bits. So what I'm hoping is I can make the next 3 blocks. We'll see how it goes. Goodness me. Right, we'll be there with Friday with wine in hand. Yeah, I thought what would be fun is I'll put a post up. The pub quiz is at 7:30. I'll put a post up at 7 o'clock and you can all send me selfies of you with your drink ready. It doesn't necessarily have to be alcoholic, it can be a cup of tea. As you know, I'll always have like a Diet Coke or something like that. I'm already hyper. If you were to add any sort of alcohol to this, that wouldn't be a good mix. Right, I'm off now. Thanks for joining me. You always make me feel so cheerful. Yes, pub quiz. But yes, I will talk to you about backing. I'll talk to you about quilting. What I'll do is I'll prepare a small block so that I can back it, quilt it and bind it. And then you can see exactly how you do that, but you'll do it on a larger scale on your quilt. We may run that into a 14th day. It may be that 13 is, we've got enough time for sashing and the borders around your 2 smaller blocks. So it may be that we run into 14 to do that. Let me know if that's something you want to do. Right. I'm off now. I shall see you all tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Check the block before 6. And please, 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 if you make this, post a picture. Either post it in the event, in the discussion, or post it over on my Abeygale page. Ideally the event, and then it kind of keeps it all in one place. Right, I'm off now. See you all soon.